Hi Gemini, welcome. So Gemini, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to be starting with the spiritual general messages, and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. Gemini, oh my goodness. I don't know. I've been loving the energy that I've been feeling as I've been kind of tapping into each zodiac sign for the June readings. And I feel like an upliftment coming through. But I also, when shuffling the cards before I started the video, got out Pluto energy for you, which is Scorpio energy. Some of you could be connecting with Scorpio or have that in your chart, but Pluto can be a little bit of an erratic planet. So when it comes out in the tarot reading, it's kind of like expect the unexpected type of energy. And that could be a positive, it could be a negative, just kind of depends on your perception and your vibration. But I definitely wanted to bring that up. I did put the card back in, but I felt it was still like relevant to maybe what you're going through, Gemini, or what you can expect. It's a very intense energy. It's about cycles, it's about rebirth, it's about change, which I've also noticed that coming through the collective energy as well. A lot of changes are occurring this year, in particular for my air signs, it seems, but also I got Taurus energy. Could be connecting with Taurus. I have Pisces here as well. Could be connecting with Pisces, but this is your influencing vibes either way. This is talking about like a very imaginative, very compassionate, very healing and empathetic energy. It's also a very emotional energy, Gemini, so you might just be feeling a little extra emotional, a little extra sensitive, a little emo, if you will. So let's go further and see what else you have coming through for Gemini. You have the card of silence. I think that was the card of slowing down, but let me make sure. Oh, no, it wasn't. It's the card of adventure and the card of new visions. So to me, the silence card, this is always very peaceful energy to me. And I feel like some of you may be keeping your thoughts or your emotions to yourself right now. Or maybe that's what you're being guided to do. On the flip side of that, sorry. On the flip side of that, you also have the card of adventure and new vision. Now look how colorful these are. This is all about like getting out there, getting active, kind of going towards your creative pursuits. If you have a goal that you're trying to achieve, I feel like the energy is very supportive of that, Gemini. And so to not hold yourself back. The card of adventure could also indicate travel on the horizon for you, or some sort of change or move coming through. So let's see what else we have for my Geminis. And I'm sorry, like if I go into like little coughing fits, I'm doing a lung detox. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of, I'm not even sure if this is how you say it, mullein tea, M-U-L-I-E-N, I think. Anyways, it's like an extract. Just, you know, trying new stuff out for my health. Anyways, it makes you cough. So I'm sorry if I cough. Just please forgive. Okay, what else we have for Gemini? What else we have for Gemini? What can Gemini expect during this time frame? The Three of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Ooh, those are a little messy. I'll put those back. The Three of Wands, Knight of Swords, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Three of Wands to me is like making a decision and going for it. The Knight of Swords is also a very fast-moving, swift energy. So I feel like you're going for something or going for it this, I heard this year, but I'm referencing this time frame specifically. But there's a sense of like, yeah, things moving forward in a very fast way. Gemini, and I feel like for an air sign, this is fine for you. Like you're pretty adaptable, okay? For other signs, maybe not so much, but I feel like for you, it's like the faster the pace, the better almost. So if you've been looking for a change or movement in a situation, I feel that coming through, especially if you've been kind of at a crossroads or feeling a bit indecisive. I feel like decisions are being made now, things are falling into place, and you're going for it, or you're moving towards whatever this is. The 5 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 8 of Pentacles upright. Oops, sorry, it came out like this. So the 5 of Pentacles in the upright is kind of like this lost energy, you know. Sometimes it could be talking about lack mentality, or a feeling of broken or feeling broke. Okay, and when it's in the reverse, it's kind of the opposition of that, the opposite of that, Gemini, where things are now starting to come together for you. You're on the mend. Things are improving for you, both emotionally and spiritually, but also for some of you financially, as you do have the 8 of Pentacles here, which is about hard work paying off. It's about dedication to your craft. You know, this person is making a living for themselves, making a name for themselves. So I feel like what was once was lost is now found. And you might actually, by the way, randomly find something that you thought you lost, like an object. But it could be as deep as like something that you thought you lost in yourself. Okay, so take it as it resonates, because I definitely got the term lost and found. So let's see what else we have then, Gemini. What else is coming through? The Sun card. Ooh. The 8 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Keep getting more cards than I want. Judgment in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. And the High Priestess. Sorry. All of a sudden my inner ear was itching. So this is interesting to me, because I feel like there is all this positivity wanting to come through for you, Gemini, and like this boost in energy, this boost in optimism, right? And yet you have the 8 of Swords paired with it. The 8 of Swords to me is like, it's a restrictive energy, but it's restrictions you're putting on yourself. So some of you are kind of like restricting your own happiness, you know, or holding yourself away from feeling as good as you could be feeling. And some of you, it's because of the way that you're focused, okay? Thinking about what's going out as opposed to what's coming in, focusing maybe on the past more than you are the now, things of that nature, right, that kind of hold us back. It's interesting to me that the 8 of Pentacles is here next to the 7. So there's a little bit of regression here. So some of you, it's like hard work is paying off, but you also have things to pay for. You know what I mean? Like it's that forever catch-up game where you're just always kind of catching your tail and not falling flat, but falling even. And so I feel like there's frustration around that. Say if you've been trying to like save your money up, and yet it's like every time you get money, then something costs money. But Spirit is saying like, that's okay though. Like that's the ebb and flow of money. Money is energy, right? And energy is meant to flow in and it's meant to flow out. It's when we get all rigid and tense when it flows out that it pauses or slows down the coming in of the money, right? And so they're saying be at ease with that. It is a natural ebb and flow. And actually the more at ease you are with that, Gemini, the faster it flows to you, the easier it will flow to you. Now, if for others of you where this may not be necessarily about money, it's about energy flow. It's like feeling like you're making progress and then kind of going one step backwards. And Source is saying there are no step backwards. It's growth, 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 right? So be easy about it. Be easy on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. I feel like with Judgment in the reverse can be a very harsh and judgmental energy. But I feel like you're being encouraged to kind of relinquish that and release that, Sometimes this too can also be a bit of that like difficult to make a decision type of energy. Some of you are having difficulty making a decision because of the way that you're perceiving something or the way that you're looking at it. And if you could just pull away from the situation and change your perception, and or at least ask yourself, is the perception that I hold of value to me? Meaning, does my perception support my desire or does it work against my desire? And it's interesting to me, sorry, I don't mean to pause, but I had a cough there. Because I got kind of like a similar message in the Aquarius reading, Gemini, where, yeah, it was all about perception and perspective. But I also talked about how we slow down our manifestations. And how we do that is when we have something that we really desire or really want, but then we contradict it with our thought patterns or our belief structure. So for example, and I'm going to make this about financial stability, but this is just an example. For example, you want lots of money, right? That's your desire. Your desire is to have financial freedom. But when you think about money, you often think about the lack thereof, or the things you have to pay for, or how difficult it is to make ends meet. You see, so the thought patterns are in complete contradiction with the desire. And some may say, well, that's because that's the reality, you know, and I'm not saying that's not the reality, but I'm saying the only way you're going to change that reality is to soften the perspective or change your thought pattern. So instead, you would say, I have this desire for financial freedom and how good that would feel. And as opposed to looking in the opposite direction with your thoughts, you move your thoughts in the direction of your desire by thinking about how nice it's going to be when that money manifests, how easy things come to you, how grateful you are for what is coming into place for you. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you never have a surplus, but you always have enough, you know? So it's like soothing and moving the thoughts more towards the desire that opens up the pathway to a manifestation. And so I'm applying this to money because a lot of you, that is what this is about. But you could also apply that to love, to your health. There's nothing you cannot apply law of attraction to, right? But you must go in the direction of your desire with your thought patterns. And a lot of people don't do that. They say, I want this, but, and it's that but that really gets you, right? So I think some of you have been trying to go about something, whether it's money or love or whatever, health, in, I don't want to say in the wrong direction, but in a direction that wasn't really serving you. One through the ego, one through action, one through kind of pushing the energy, when really what they're asking you to do is to flow energy, not push energy, allow energy, flow it through your third eye, through your intuition, through your thought patterns, because that's really where it's at. And so when you're sitting here stressing and you're sitting here worrying, you're working against yourself, Gemini. And how do you know you're working against yourself? It feels awful. The thoughts feel awful. You have a vibrational, aka emotional response to thoughts that don't serve you. So it's just all about getting ahead of that and listening to your emotions, because I feel like some of you do have a new vision or a new pathway here that is opening up to you, that is going to like equalize the situation, right? And bring about like this positive manifestation, as long as you don't slow it down with your thinking, right? So yeah, Gemini, I feel like there's a little bit of a mixed bag of what's going on, but I do feel that there are positive things on the horizon. And it's like, I also feel that there's something here you're wanting to go for, but you're looking at all of the barriers as to why you can't get there. And the only barrier that truly exists is that exact thing. That exact thinking is the only barrier that exists that is stopping you from going for what you want. It seems like it's all these external factors, but it's really a developed thought pattern, and beliefs are just thoughts you keep thinking. And since beliefs are thoughts that you keep thinking, you have the power to change your thoughts and therefore create new beliefs and therefore create new manifestations. And that's how all change, that's how all improvement, that's how all success comes to you, Gemini. So let's see what the Law of Attraction cards have to say. Hey, my Geminis. Okay. It says, card number 13, my every thought is attracting its vibrational essence. Whether you are thinking about wanted things or unwanted things, you're still sending out a request to attract more things like the subject of your thought. And all things that happen to you, all people, things, experiences that come to you, come in response to your vibrational invitation. Noticing how things are turning out for you is one very clear way of understanding which vibrational request you're emanating, because you are always getting the essence of what you're thinking about, whether you want it or not. Wow, that just basically summed up everything I just said in this reading. Okay, all right. Let's go to the love reading then and see what else we have coming through. Sit right there. I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back. So now we're going to go into the you versus them love reading. I'm going to be going back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And let's go ahead and get into it. So Gemini, your first card out is the number 9. Oh, wow. Ripeness. And the person you're connecting with got the same card that you got in your overall energy for your spiritual reading, which is the card of silence. So I feel like I love this energy. This is talking about like things coming to fruition, things ripening for you. And that's funny because in the spiritual reading, I felt like this urge to tell you to go for it. Or some of you have been waiting to go for something. And I feel like the timing is right. Okay. This person has the card of silence. So, I mean, take it exactly as it sounds. Like this person could be just silent, or you're not speaking to this person. And or it could just indicate that they are going through like a 4 of Swords energy of like healing and restoration. So take it as it applies to your situation. Let's get into it further. I'm going to look at the recent past, how you both see and feel about each other in the now, and most likely outcomes for Gemini. Hold on, give me 1 second. I really want to get a good shuffle with these. Okie dokie pokey. Let's get it. Excuse me. I laughed and it made me cough. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting over like a weird lung thing, but I'm also detoxing my lungs with herbal medicines. So I apologize, but I cannot help it. Anyways, okay. Gemini, recent past. King of Swords, 9 of Cups. The Tower. So some of you have been more career focused or money focused, because I got a lot of messages about that in the spiritual reading. And the first thing I got when I saw these cards was keys to your success. So I don't know if you've just been really geared in that direction, Gemini, or maybe the person you're connecting to is, but that's what I felt. But anyways, you have the King of Swords here and the Nine of Cups, which is all about success and thinking about your success and dreaming about your success and manifesting your success for some of you. It's funny that the Tower and the High Priestess are here because I feel like this is like insight, ideas, like things just coming to you. Boom, 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 boom. One great idea after another. And I feel like this is particularly true for my Geminis in a high vibration. Meaning you have been on your P's and Q's. You have been staying in alignment. You know, feeling pretty good most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. I feel like you're just getting such downloads about like things that are ultimately going to help you become a success or achieve some sort of goal, that personal goal that you have for yourself. For my Geminis that maybe haven't been doing so well, have been kind of in the gutter or not feeling well, not in alignment, I feel like this is where Spirit is trying to push you. So you may be going through some big moves, big changes that maybe even seem outside of your control. But that's because the universe is looking out for you and pushing you in the right direction, right? And sometimes that feels like tough love, to be honest with you. But it's like, it's for your betterment here, Gemini. So all that to say, I feel like the focus has been more so on you, your personal power, your success, than it has been on this connection, okay? So let's see this person and where their head has been at in the recent past. I don't know who sings that song. If I think of it, I'll let you know. But the lyric was, I want to let you in. So let's see this person's recent past. The Moon, the Knight of Wands. Whoa. Four of Swords, Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords. So the first impression I got on this person's side, Gemini, is that sometimes this person is very impulsive with their emotions or how they express themselves in partnerships and relationships, maybe even with their family. You know, like, I don't feel like this is a personality that holds things back necessarily, or at least that's not how they've been in the past. I feel like they're more somebody that kind of goes for what they want. They say what they feel. And they don't really stress about it. I mean, they don't really, you know, get all in their head, like, worried over what other people think. I think they just kind of go to the beat of their own drum. And in a weird way, like, this is working for them. Like, well, I don't think that's weird, but I just feel like this person doesn't allow themselves to get bogged down in the details or overly concerned, right, with frivolous things or what other people are doing or saying, because they're really clear on what they want and they go for what they want, okay? And you might actually find that or have found that in the past as an admirable trait, because Gemini, I feel like you're kind of the similar energy. You know, Geminis don't tend to be wallflowers. You tend to go for what you want. Although I can't say all. I've met some quiet Geminis on the surface, you know, but you always have a lot going on in the mental space. So let's see how you are perceiving the connection in the now. How do you see this person in the now? What do you think about them? Queen of Swords, Two of Swords. Where you're keeping quiet. That's interesting, because I literally just got done saying, you know, like, I feel sometimes though that I think everybody thinks Geminis are super, super talkative, and I've definitely met Geminis that fall in that category, but not all of you. Like, some of you are more of a thinker than a talker. And it's funny that I brought that up, because then now when I'm looking at, like, okay, what do you think about this person? I think you're keeping a lot to yourself. I think you're keeping a lot to yourself. I think that partly because Maybe you yourself are confused or not sure what to think. But I think there's other reasons as well that you choose to keep quiet. Maybe because you feel like there will not be an understanding here with this person. Some of you, it's because you left this person kind of out in the cold, or maybe they did that to you and there's just genuinely not any communication or line of sight with this person. So there's a variety of reasons that are coming up that this could be, but overall, I feel again that it's mostly, you see, like there's not one other person in these pictures but you. So it's about you. Like it's mostly about you during this time frame. Some of you, you don't know, you're not sure what to think, so you just don't think about this person. I don't know. Take it as it's resonating with you. But let's see what this person, what do they think about Gemini? How do they perceive Gemini? And I also heard some of you just don't have time. Like you've got other things going on. You're busy, you know? Some of you have totally shifted your gears away from relationships in general, okay? So, 5 of Pentacles, Justice, the Ace of Cups. How does this person see Gemini? It's interesting that you both have the 5 of Pentacles, so both feeling a misunderstanding or misunderstood or left out in the cold, or again, it could be somebody that you're not currently communicating with, so take it as it's resonating with you. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, it's this sense of like, I feel like this person is trying to like weigh things out when it comes to the connection, like trying to weigh out how they really feel, and yet there is a sense of like feeling kind of uninspired to move towards something or to change something or to take action, even though there is genuine love, genuine feelings here. Like it's weird because like when this person thinks of the connection, they are thinking about you, but they're also thinking about themselves and, you know, what would feel best to them and what would be fair. It's not just solely about their feelings either, even though in the past I feel like this person may have been somebody who was very in their feelings or very impulsive on their feelings, and now they're in the space where they're more discerning or they're more considerate before they make a choice or make an action. Excuse me. And I don't know why that is, but that's what I'm feeling. Ugh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, better. Okay, how do you feel then underneath it all? How does Gemini feel underneath it all? Towards this person, how does Gemini feel? What are their feelings? Yeah, these are in the upright, right? No, they're not. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. Sorry, gotta get my cards right. 5 of Swords. Why are these? Oh, that's too many, but I will take a note of them. Okay. What was the 5 of Cups, 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands? Yeah. Well, for some of you, you blocked this person out, both of your mind and your heart. I don't know why they would be showing up in a reading if you're truly not giving it any of your attention. But, you know, I don't choose the cards. For others of you, maybe you haven't completely blocked this person out. Like maybe there is still a desire to reach out or get in connection or communicate. But I just feel like you're holding on to a lot of things that you haven't communicated though. And be careful with that, because sometimes that can create tension or resentment, Gemini. So don't be bottling your emotions in like that. You got to let them run freely, right? And I'm not saying you have to express it to a specific person or this person, but you got to get it out in some creative outlet in some way, whether you're crying it out or you're listening to music or talking to a friend, whatever. Like, the most toxic thing we can do is to deny or bottle our emotions, right? So when you're feeling it, just let yourself feel it. Let it come, let it go. And then go back to your baseline, right? Because I feel that there is tension here. There is like almost this guarded type of energy, and I feel stress as well. And it's because you're not really letting your heart open, right? And some of you, it's like you're blaming it on this person why you're not doing that. But you can let your heart open in many different ways. It doesn't have to be at all about this person, right? You ain't got to love every person on this planet to feel love. You know what I mean? Like, you can feel love about a lot of things in a lot of different ways. Okay? And so, if you want to regain your personal power, remember that. Ooh, this seems serious to me. Okay, let's go into this person's emotional space. How are they feeling underneath it all? How are they feeling underneath it all? Oh my gosh, too many. I'm going to take note of these because there's 3. Okay, I'm just going to keep them. There's 3 queens here. So this is showing up in the heart space. I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. It's a weird combination. This is what I'm feeling as I look at these cards. It's like this person is like one day very certain about where they're headed, and then they question it, and then they kind of come back to the table with it, and it's creating kind of like a harsh energy in them because they seem to be like feeling pulled in many different directions. And yet trying to stay firm in their choice or stay committed to what they've chosen. You know, so I kind of get like a fixed energy. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a fixed sign you're dealing with, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, or Taurus. It doesn't have to be. I just feel like when this person has made up their mind, they're very difficult to move in any kind of other direction. There's also many parts to their personality. Like, this is a very diverse person in that they have many faces or many, what's the word? Like, I'm seeing like a kaleidoscope almost, you know? And to boil it down to like more specifics, and only take this if this resonates with you, this person could also be surrounded by another person, another more than one person involved, you know. There could be more than just you involved. That's what I'm saying. So let's see most likely outcomes then for my Geminis. There's that song again. Some of you really do want to open your heart and let this person in, okay? Or maybe vice versa, because I keep getting that song lyric. Oh my goodness, and there's so much going on. So this is so interesting to me because here's this kind of like holding back, keeping things to yourself, focusing on your success, focusing on what you've got going on. And then the Two of Cups, the Justice card, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Moon. Holy shift. You thought I was going to say the other S word, shift. There's a big shift in energy here, Gemini. Going from closed off to almost like opening the floodgates. Like, I feel that there's balance coming. There's fairness coming to the connection. There's like a recentering yourself, a reopening your heart, a reconnection for some of you. It's almost overwhelming. Like, it's almost like not letting any love in, then letting all the love in. You know what I mean? Like, it's night, day, whatever changes here. And it could be with this person, or for some of you, it could be that, you know, you're literally shifting gears and this is a new person or a new situation or something new that you've got in your focus that's just opening you up energetically to love, to feeling good, to a sense of belonging, to feeling inspired again. And it just, whoop, it balances out the emotional scales, right? The karmic scales. Okay, so take it as it resonates. Could be with this person, could be separate from them. You're going to know which one you're in. You're going to know which group you're in, for sure. And if you don't know now, you'll know by the end of the month. So let's see this person's most likely outcome. Page of Cups. Five of Wands in the reverse. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This person's giving up the fight, the struggle. They're wanting to be more cooperative, more supportive. They're seeing things from a different angle. Ooh, 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 ooh. So their energy is loosening up too. Their energy is opening up too. They are softening their energy, and it is allowing for change to come through their vessel at the same time that you are also like letting that love flow, letting that energy flow. Just like whatever this is that's been bothering you or irritating you, I feel like overnight almost you're just like, yeah, F that, you know, or like, I'm not going to, you know, think about it in that way anymore. Somehow you're changing your vibration, and it's almost immediate relief. It's almost immediate results. And I feel change on this person's side too, but theirs is, I got the word minimal. So minimal in comparison. But what I was going to say is it's trickling in a bit slower for them, right? Sorry. I heard slow learner. Okay, we all learn at our own pace. I don't know why that made me laugh. Sorry. I knew you were. Maybe this person takes a little bit longer to coalesce or soothe their energy or whatever. But I do feel they are letting go of things that they've been holding on to. And it is slowly bringing about this more supportive vibe, which is getting them unstuck vibrationally and allowing things to move forward. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see the most likely outcome then for Gemini. Most likely outcomes for my Geminis. There's that stinking song again. Card number 33. And you had card number 13 in your spiritual reading, so I can't help but to notice repeated threes. So it says, I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. If we were contemplating an action that caused negative emotion, we would not proceed with the action until we had resolved the negative emotion. We would make sure that we had come into alignment with source before proceeding. By feeling for the improved thought in time, and usually in a short time, you will feel the harmony of your source, and you will know the appropriateness of your behavior. We would not look for a long list of right and wrong, but instead we would feel for the emotion of alignment with our goodness. It's that energy work. So Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or have in your own birth chart. I have Pisces, Scorpio. I have so many different signs here. Libra, could be Aquarius, could be another Gemini. Aries, Pisces, Libra, Scorpio, and Pisces again. So, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't yet, find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media. Otherwise, I'm wishing you guys the very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.